Welcome to the Email Demon, where we're going to be showing you how to seduce subscribers for an unlimited amount of cash. Now, the techniques that we're going to reveal within the system are really simple techniques. They're just going to give you a short, quick outline that you can actually go and use and take action. How we kind of created these videos was to kind of give you some short videos to show you specific techniques. That way you can watch a video, go take action, come back, watch the next video, and go take action. Because bottom line, if you don't take action with this stuff, you're not going to make any money. And that's why we're all here. So let's talk about email marketing. The first thing I want to get into is talking about the email deliverability of your email marketing campaigns. And what do I mean by that is basically there's a lot of different tools, a lot of different resources you can use to develop a subscriber list or an email list. Now, the thing is, you want to be careful because, if your emails are getting delivered to that little place called the spam folder, then it's not doing any good. So how do kind of email programs like Gmail or Outlook or some of the other email programs, how do they kind of determine spam? Which one of the ways they track IP addresses. So the reason why you want to be careful with the different autoresponder service that you're going to be using is because you want to make sure that whatever service you're using actually has good reputation with some of the internet providers. So think about it this way: if you're using a particular service that is, has kind of a low quality, a poor reputation, and there's gonna, a lot of people are out there using it. It's very common with a lot of the cheaper services or even free services. What's happening is, let's say you make an email broadcast. You're out there gonna, send an email. You have it in the queue, going to be sent to all your subscribers. Well, everybody who uses that service is actually using the same IP address. So let's say, you're number 3 in line in the queue for that particular service to send out broadcast. Well, let's say the first one sends out a spam message to some Gmail accounts, some AOL accounts, some Hotmail accounts, and then the second one again sends out a lot of spam messages, and all those messages are going to get flagged for being spam. Well, those email providers like the Yahoos and the Googles and the MSNs and the different things like that are going to actually track which IP address those emails came from. And on some of the cheaper services, they don't really have departments or ways to go in and try to negotiate, if there happens to be a spam user on their account, to try to get their reputation back up among those users. So what happens with you being third in line, you're going to send out an email, and even though it's not spam, it's going to get flagged as spam because it came through that same IP address of that service, and then you're out of luck. So that's going to really cost you a lot of money in the long run. So basically, the best bet you have when you're talking about the email deliverability is to really go with services that are proven, go with services that everyone is using, because, or not that everyone's using, but services that like the top guys are using, because they have $1 million companies that is really dependent on sending out emails, getting sales, getting being in contact with the subscribers, generating traffic that way. So 3 of the best email services or autoresponder services that you can go through is Aweber. A lot of people are using GetResponse, which is really good, by Implex. And also another good one that's really coming up in the ranks is called MailChimp.com. The reason why MailChimp.com is so nice as well is because you can, there's a lot of integrations with PayPal. So if you're doing a lot of selling with PayPal, you're really going to like the services of MailChimp.com. So the reason why you want to try to kind of stick within these 3 services is because they actually have dedicated departments that go out there and try to always increase the reputation among other email providers. So if, let's say if somebody on Aweber does, engages some spam activity, well, Aweber has a lot of built-in spam filtering, which usually catches it a lot. But if they don't, if Aweber itself has a problem with emails getting sent to spam with, let's say, Gmail and Yahoo and different things like that, they actually go out there and try to make it right with those providers. So that's the reason why you want to stick with, kind of like these 3, just because these are, in my opinion, the ones that I found work the best and kind of ensure that the emails always get delivered to the inbox and not to the spam filter. So you want to make sure that you're using the most effective tools to get your emails delivered, or all of what you're about to learn is pretty much useless. So go ahead and check out those different companies, either the Aweber, the GetResponse, MailChimp. If you don't have an account with one of those, go ahead and sign up. They have a lot of free options or very inexpensive options that you can really make, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on, even some of the lower services like Aweber, which is like, I think, about $19.95 a month. So go ahead and check those out, and as soon as you get that all set up, go on to the next video. Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about how to turn your list into buyers, because bottom line, it doesn't matter how many people you have on your list, or even the size of your list. If those people aren't buying, then it's not a good list. So how do we do that? How do we start turning your list into buyers? Well, first you need to kind of figure out what kind of subscriber do you have on your list. And what do I mean by the subscriber? Are they a paid subscriber, or are they a newsletter subscriber? The reason why this is important, because it really is two different mindsets. You have the newsletter subscriber who usually signed up because they want information. They want either updates to your blog, or they want some type of free information. They're not really in the mindset of buying because they didn't buy anything to get on the list. A paid subscriber is somebody who did exactly just that. They just paid to get on the list. This could be either through a product sale, or even through a $1 offer. It doesn't have to be a lot that they paid, but they just paid something to get on the list. And the reason why, whenever you set up your list, you want to keep these two groups separate. It is good to have a free newsletter subscriber, because you could get a lot of people that way, and it's really just about casting out a big net and getting as many people as possible, because ultimately, if you follow the email demon process, you're going to learn how to really start turning those free or the freebie seekers into paid subscribers. And the paid subscribers is really where you're going to be noticing a lot of your conversions and a lot of your sales are coming from. Where you might have anywhere between a 2 to 3% conversion rate with your newsletter subscribers, whenever an email gets sent out, you can have upwards to almost 40 to 50% with a paid list. Why? Because they bought something. They're in a buying relationship with you. They've already established a trust with you, that they trust exchanging cash or exchanging some type of a money with you. They have a higher trust value. In turn, people only buy from people they know, like, and trust. So if you already have a list that has already trusted you to make that transaction, it's always easier to get repeat business from people who's already paid you than it is trying to convert people who are just trying to look for free information. Because free content is good. It's good to get free content. We're going to be going into some detail about how to use free content to really explode your business. But a newsletter subscriber is really just looking for free content, and if you usually try to send them offers, they get a little upset. They say you're spammy, and this is where a lot of your complaints come, because they don't want to buy anything. They just want some free information. But a paid subscriber that's already paid you, they would love and cherish free information. It has a higher perceived value to them, because they're already used to paying you to get information from you. Now you're giving it something for free. It has a higher perceived value in their eyes, and they're a lot more grateful. So we're going to get into a little bit into detail a little bit later about how to use the free content, but let's start talking about a little bit of how we can start turning newsletter type of subscribers into a paid subscriber. And it doesn't mean that they have to pay a lot. Even like I said, even $1 is something to qualify somebody as a paid subscriber, because they've already raised their hands once saying, yes, I will give you money. And if they've raised their hand once, then chances are they'll do it again. So what can you do? You could basically create $1 offers to get as many people paid as possible. So the newsletter subscriber think they're looking for free information, so sending out maybe a $497 product, or even a $97 video training and stuff like this, that's a little bit of a stretch. You haven't established any trust for your buyers. But basically $1, that is a good entry level barrier. That's a good entry level, price, just to get people used to buying from you. Because really, it doesn't really take as much or anything additional to sell a $1 item as it does a $1,000 item. It takes just the same amount of convincing. If you can get them to pull out their credit cards and feel safe with you, then ultimately you'll win the sale. So it's all about getting people to feel safe with you, and $1 a good offer. And honestly, I've seen a lot more conversions even on a small list, as little as just 1,000 people of paid subscribers. I've been able to outsell a lot of people that have over 100,000 newsletter subscribers. So that's one thing that I would start thinking about. You can create $1 offers. It could just be even creating a report, and instead of hey, giving the report away for free, just say, hey, I was going to sell this for $19.95. Why don't you go ahead and pick it up for $1 since you are my newsletter subscriber? So it does add value. It does add the sense of they're getting a discount and they're getting a deal. That will help the conversions. But ultimately, you're just trying to filter in as many people to the paid subscriber status. So newsletter subscriber is, still a good thing to have, because you're just casting that big net. Not saying that you're never going to make money with newsletter subscribers, but you'll always see higher conversions coming from a paid subscriber. So go out there, cast a net with free newsletters, free offers. But ultimately, if they're not willing to spend $1 with you, they're not willing to spend $1,000 with you. So get as many people on that $1 offer. So what I would suggest doing is kind of create a kind of a list. Try to create, up to 4 or 5 different ideas of reports you can either do, or even if it's a PLR product, or just something that you can sell for $1. Maybe you already have a product. Well, what about sending a special discounted offer to your newsletter subscribers, the people that hasn't paid anything yet? It'll be worth, yes, taking the hit in the short term, just to start building that buyer relationship, that buyer's trust with them. So start creating your kind of your offers of your $1 offer, and then go on to the next video as soon as you got kind of a list, probably about 4 or 5 different types of offers you can give to them, because not all offers are going to convert with all people. So that's the reason why we suggest kind of getting a list of about 4 or 5. But as soon as you got that list, then go on to the next video. Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to make your visitors anxiously wait for your emails. And what I mean by that is how to get people actually to look forward to receiving an email from you. So instead of, having people open up their email box and be like, oh no, here's another email from this guy just trying to make money, how can we start getting people to actually want to see what you have to offer, want to hear from you? And one of the things we're going to cover is basically how and why we use free content. And the reason why we use free content is a lot about the top of mind awareness, because it's very ignorant for us to think that we're the only list that our subscribers are on. Of course not. Email marketing is kind of like a war. There's a lot of people fighting for the attention of your subscriber, just like it would be, let's say if you were dating, you find that pretty girl or that pretty boy. But we'll just use a girl in this as this example, since I am bored. But you find that pretty girl, and you want to, you're interested. You want her to take interest in you. But at the same time, there's a lot of competition. There's other guys trying to go after her. So you need to wind up setting yourself apart in her eyes. And how do you do that? You might send her some flowers. You might send her a gift, or send her a couple of things. And that's really not necessarily to get anything out of it. It's just that way, she takes the flowers home, and then whenever she's at home during the week when she can't see you, she's thinking about you. Every single time she sees flowers, she starts thinking about you and how much she can't wait to be with you. That's why whenever she sees you, it makes that experience all that much more worthwhile, versus just being like one of the other guys out there just trying to get something out of it. Let's just leave it like that. So how does that relate to email marketing? Well, bottom line, we do need to make money with our email marketing efforts. That's the reason why we're all online. This is hopefully more than a little bit of a hobby for you, but you have to make money, to put food on your children's table, just like me, to make that better life, to pay the bills. You have to make money, so you need to, send offers every once in a while. But those offers, kind of think about it in a day dating terms is that is your date. That's your physical connection. That's the time where you get somebody to open up to you and basically hand over a pile of cash. So, but the thing is, the reason why we use free content, it's kind of like sending a flower or sending a note or leaving a letter. It's just something to kind of keep our subscribers, even though we're not there. It just kind of keeps them fresh in their mind. It kind of says, hey, that's, I remember, man, they've been sending out a lot of free content, man, this is great. So by the time you get around to actually sending the offer, they're actually grateful. They want to show appreciation of things. I know it sounds a little cheesy, but it works. Believe me, I'm like that. I actually judge a lot of the lists that I'm on by, hey, they're sending out some offers. Well, when's the last time I can remember that they've actually sent something where they weren't asking me just to buy something all the time? When's the last time? And usually if I can't think of a recent time where they sent me something, I usually unsubscribe. So that's why we use free content. It's just to really kind of keep us fresh in the minds of our subscribers. That's what sets it apart. So when all the other people are out there just trying to get them to buy something and annoying them, they're really going to take notice to the people who are sending out the free content. And then by the time whenever that person sends an offer, chances are they're going to get a lot higher conversion rate. And I've said this hundreds of times, that basically if you give away 90% of what you know, you'll get rich off of the final 10%. See, a lot of people try to give away 10% and save the 90% to try to get people to buy it. But actually, if you reverse that, you're going to be making a lot more money. If you give away 90% of what you know, and you'll literally make a killing off of the final 10%. Why? Because you're developing that relationship. You're getting people to trust you. And, they're going to show their appreciation and want to buy from you. So basically, the final point before we close is, really don't focus on selling with your email marketing. Focus on making best friends. You see, if all you do is treat your email subscribers whenever you create emails like they're your best friend and you just develop a relationship with them, then, the selling is going to handle itself. But if you go out there and do nothing but try to sell to them, you're going to ruin the relationship and you're going to wind up not making any money. So that's it for this video. As soon as you're ready, just go on to the next video. Okay, now we're going to get into 2 questions to ask before you write a single word. These are questions you should always ask yourself before you even think about sending out an email. This will just ensure that you stay on topic, you stay focused, and you're getting maximum results. So the first one is, what is the benefit to the subscriber? What is really the primary motivation in this email? How is this email gonna benefit the subscriber? So what you're going to do, you're going to just either in a notepad or a piece of paper or whatever you use for your brainstorming, just write it down. Say, this is going to help the subscriber, quadruple income within X amount many days, or whatever it is. This is going to help the subscriber get a lot more Twitter followers. So whatever it is, you need to write down the benefit. Go in with the idea of saying, okay, this is how this particular product or whatever I'm offering is going to benefit the subscriber. Is it something free or given away? So the benefit would be the subscriber is going to learn how to do, quadruple the conversions rate in 30 days with this free report. Whatever the benefit is, write it down. The next question you're going to ask yourself is, what is the desired result? What is the result? What do you want the subscriber to honestly do? Are you trying to sell something? Are you trying to get them to follow you on Twitter? Are you wanting them to click through, go to your blog and subscribe to RSS feed? Are you wanting them to click on a link to download the PDF? What is the desired result? So you're going to first ask, what is the benefit to the subscriber? Why should I be sending this email out? And honestly, if you can't answer that question, if it's more or less about how it's going to benefit you, well, of course I'm going to send it out because I want to make money. Well, you can't think like that. You have to think okay, the subscribers there, how is this going to benefit them? Because they're going to be thinking, okay, what is this? What's in this for me? Why should I do whatever this email is telling me to do? And if it's really self-motivated on your end, then you shouldn't send out the email, because you're going to do nothing but hurt your credibility. Now, if it's something that you clearly have a benefit, you're clearly sending out something that's going to help the subscriber, then by all means, follow the rest of the email demon method, and then you're going to start seeing a lot of conversions come from it. And of course, you want the desired result. You want to have a clear, precise definition of what the whole purpose of this email is supposed to be doing, whether it's a download, whether it's clicking through to another site, opting in, the buy-in. What do you want them to do? And the reason why is because the two most powerful keywords in sales copy, and especially in email marketing, is brevity and simplicity. You want to keep things brief and keep things simple. What I mean by that is you need to cut out the useless rambling, and you do that by keeping things simple. Don't use 100 words when 10 words would do. Keep things simple and brief, because now with everything else going on, especially in email marketing, you have less than a second to capture their attention before they might have 100 different emails they have to read. There's a lot of stuff going on. Phones are ringing. It's a busy environment in the mind of your subscribers. So you have to keep things brief, and you have to keep things simple, and staying focused and having a clear, concise outline of why the heck you're even sending this email is the best way to accomplish those things. So what you're going to want to do now is, because you kind of gathered a list of different offers, $1 offers that you could use to start turning your newsletter subscribers into paid subscribers. We'll start kind of putting action to these techniques, and start asking yourself, okay, how is this really going to benefit the subscriber? Write it down. Okay, what is the desired result? Is it downloading something? Is it going through and paying for something? Write that down. And then, and focus your whole mindset, getting brevity and simplicity just ingrained in your mind. Always look for ways you can trim the fat in your copy and in your writing, because again, most people, if they get bored, they get annoyed, and if they get annoyed, they unsubscribe. So that's it for this video. As soon as you're ready, go ahead and go on to the next video. Okay, now that we got a good foundation laid for your email marketing efforts, let's go ahead and just jump in and start writing some emails. Basically, the two questions you should ask is, what is the benefit of the particular email that you're sending out to your subscriber, and what is the clear, distinct call to action? What is the desired result you want them to take? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, the subject I usually leave till the ending. I like to put that as kind of like the cherry on top, because I like to kind of tie that into the email. And a lot of times as I start to write the email, it changes from what I originally thought it was going to turn out to be. So I kind of just, leave the subject till the end, because I kind of like to play with a couple ideas. So let's just kind of jump right into the body. First thing you probably want to do is just, go ahead and do kind of an intro. I always personalize it in Aweber. I'm in the back office of Aweber. You just want to, kind of use their, if you go to the personalize tab, and then I always try to make sure to click on the personalize, and then click on the option like that. I know some people, they get in a habit of writing the emails. They try to go really fast. They might think that they get this particular coding, which basically what it does, it just imports the first name of the email database of the subscriber. So people try to get really fancy and fast and, type it itself, and then they just hit submit without actually testing it. And more than a couple of times, you receive it where it looks exactly like that, where the email database didn't pull the name. It just says, hey, first name, underscore fix. And it just really makes it look really unpersonal, and you lose a lot of points that way. Every time I see that, it just kind of smacks me back to reality and makes me think, oh, okay, I'm just on the email list. It kind of loses that personal touch, and then the person has to work hard to try to regain that relationship with me. So it's always good just to make sure to avoid user error, and just go just make sure to click on it. So now that you got your intro, just hey, the first name, you could do hi, whatever you like to do. Most of the time, the first couple of emails that I send, I'll try to be a little bit more formal, because you have to think of email marketing like you would just developing any other type of relationship. You just don't start talking to people, in a casual, leisure way right off the bat. Some people might take offense to. You have to really kind of fill them out, develop a relationship first, let them get to know you, then you can start kind of, talking in a little bit more casual way. So you could either start off hi or hey. So now the next line, this is what I always do, and it's for a couple of reasons why I do it, which I'm going to get into a little bit later. What you're going to want to do is think about, what was the benefit? That question that I had you answer. So what is the benefit of this entire email? What is the person going to learn? Or how are they going to benefit from you sending out this email? So let's say with, the email demon, it is, the benefit is learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email. Okay, so that is the benefit. But let's look at it. It's more of a statement. It's more of a sell statement. It basically starts off kind of making you feel like you're being sold to. And plus, what I like to do, I really like to qualify and get the person to really start engaging into it. And the easiest thing is just to really ask questions. So you ask questions that are really close-ended. You ask questions that they can't say no or disagree with you about, but you just ask questions that kind of get them to engage into the email. So, you want them to engage into the sales activity without actually being without them actually feeling like they're being sold to. And so ask them questions. So if this was the benefit, learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email. Let's make that into a question. So how would you like to learn? Or we can just say, would you? Would you like to learn how to make with one email? Okay, so now we're getting to someplace. So, hey, first name, would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? Okay, that's pretty good. And there's a couple of ways. So pretty much how I always start my emails off is asking question. And you can do one of a couple of options. You want to have your benefit pretty close. You can actually do a couple of different options that we're going to get into. But let's just stick to this one technique really quick. So would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? And then, so that is the benefit. The only other thing you need to do is the call to action. You can be like, if so, then give them the concise call to action. So if so, then simply check out this link. You can input whatever link or they offer. I'm just going to show you this one and kind of explain why this is going to work. Well, first of all, you got the name. Then, would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? Basically, what that does is that pre-qualifies to people too, because, if they don't have an email list or if they don't have a subscribers list, then it doesn't necessarily apply to them. So they're not wasting their time reading a long email just to get frustrated and potentially unsubscribe, because people only unsubscribe when they get frustrated or annoyed or bored or just something like that. So you're getting short and to the point. Would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? If so, then simply check out this link, or simply, if so, then simply, you can say click this link and then give the link to the offer. So let's say if this was a Twitter product. So what would we do on the Twitter product? We're not, we're by no means done with the email. I'm just going to take it step by step. But what you're always going to want to do is start off with a benefit and asking a little bit of a question. If you're telling them, it's more like you're selling to them, and then that decreases your conversion rate. You just want to ask them and engage them. And if they're not interested, then guess what? They can move on and they haven't wasted a lot of time. So you're basically within the top fold of the email. email, you're giving them a strong benefit. You're giving them, a distinct call to action, and then you're just giving them a link. You're not making them scroll down, read a bunch of useless information, just to click on a link. You're giving them everything within the first couple of glances, because somebody can open this up and be like, would you like to learn how to make $705 one email, an hour with one email? If so, simply click this link. Okay, so that it's something somebody can skim, especially if they're busy. You're respecting their time. So this is one of the techniques is actually that changed the whole entire way I started doing my marketing efforts with email, and it started really increasing the response rate is whenever I just started really respecting the people's time. I didn't make them do a lot to get, to try to find out what the point of this whole email was. I didn't make them read 500 words or 300 words to get to a link. I basically started making it clear, concise, very short to the point, because you have to think, all these people, they might be at work, they might be coming home trying to catch up on emails, they're stressed out from a busy day, they don't want to read yet, they're not in that frame of mind. You just want to get people, whenever they're skimming through their emails, they're within, because everybody reads probably about the first 2, 3, 4 lines of an email. So you want to basically give almost a complete sales message, and this gives everything that you need, basically a strong benefit and a call to action, because honestly the email isn't what you're supposed to use to sell. You're just basically supposed to get the curiosity and lead them to either a pre-sales page or an offer page, which we'll get into a little bit further in some of the other videos. But the goal of the email isn't to sell. It's just to get people to the place to where the site or whatever the offer is, and let the offer do what it's designed to do, and that is to convert the prospect. So that's what a lot of people try to do wrong. They try to make the email marketing efforts just everything. They try to create an entire sales page within their emails. They try to just do way too much with it, and the only thing you should ever do with your emails is to give them a couple of strong, compelling reasons why they should click a link, and then make the link go to a place where it's going to convert them into money. So this is basically what you want to do is, let's say if this was a Twitter product, be like, how would you like to increase, how would you like to learn how to increase your Twitter following by 547 followers per day. If so, then check out this free report. Or whatever it is. It could be a free report that you give. It could be a paid report. Basically, you can be like, now that, basically, how would you like to learn how to increase your Twitter following by 546 followers per day, or 546 followers within 24 hours. Then if so, then simply click on this link. So again, you're given, what is the benefit of this email? The benefit of this email is going to be like, how would you like to do something? How is this email going to make your life better? So this is something that I want you to do with those, basically, either a product you have, or with those $1 offers that you created, that you're going to basically get your newsletter subscribers onto your paid subscriber list, and basically you're going to start crafting your emails. So I would just start flirting with a couple of these ideas, no matter what it is. Be like, would you like to learn how to get PPC traffic for 14 cents a click? If so, then simply click on this link. So you're saying, I mean, honestly, you can almost make a very powerful campaign just sending out different offers like this. Be like, would you like this? If so, you're pre-qualifying the people by stating the benefit. You're saying, well, you know, if you're interested in PPC traffic, then go ahead and click on this link. So you're only getting people that are already basically saying that they're interested in whenever you have an offer, and you're basically sending them to the link. Of course, you know, you're not going to put email demon in there for every link, but basically that's a good way to pre-qualify. So only the people that are actually interested in that offer is going to be clicking through that link. So it's a great way to start pre-selling, pre-qualifying. So this is basically your job right now. It's just to basically start crafting a couple of emails, think about the benefit, write the question, and then give a simple call to action. And then as soon as you got that done, go on to the next video. Okay, so now we got the benefit and we got the complete, concise call to action. So what is the next step? The next step is kind of giving a reinforcement that they're making a good decision by clicking that link. So you're just going to reinforce the call to action with a strong, compelling reason, or just, you know, kind of elaborate a little bit more on the benefit. So right now we have, you know, would you like to learn how to make, you know, $705 in 1 hour with one email? If so, then simply click on this link. It's short, to the point, that way you start getting people to click on the link. Then all you're going to basically be like is, you know, just add a personal, kind of a personal statement. What I like to do is to really add, you know, some life experiences. It gives me a chance to really bond to my list and to really take it out from just trying to sell to them, even in a way like this where it doesn't really feel like selling, but it gives me a chance to get them to know me a little bit better. And the more you can personalize your business, ultimately the more successful you're going to be. So what I like to say is, you know, would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? If so, then simply click this link. Then it's the link that says, you know, then I just try to do a real life experience. I remember back when I started in internet marketing. Actually, it's an email product, so let's get specific. I remember back when I started trying to make money off of emails, and I just failed miserably. So what I do here, I had the benefit, I had the strong, compelling call to action, because you know what a lot of people are going to do, they're just going to skim over this really quick and just click the link. But then what happens is, you know, for those people who want to read and want to get a little bit more information, you just kind of back up. It doesn't have to, see, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. They think, you know, you have to try to study, you know, use all these hidden commands and all these, you know, NLP and all these fancy, you know, trickery whenever it comes to email, and it's really simply not true. Some of the best emails you can do is just simply just talk to somebody like you would your best friend. Don't try to be salesy. Don't try to really even think of, you know, what is proper copywriting, and even, you know, even if it sucks, you know, that adds the essence of believability, and that believability is always going to increase your conversions. It sounds like a real person talking. It doesn't sound like a fancy, you know, hyped up pitch from an infomercial. So even, you know, there's a million and one ways. I know the copywriters watching this email is going to be like, you know, no, you could say this better, you could say that better. Yes, you could reword this a million different times. But I'm just showing you, I mean, this is an email that's taken 10 seconds to write, and it's ultimately always going to get a very high response rate. I'm not really thinking about, you know, fancy copyright. I'm not thinking about proper structuring of different things. I'm just honestly thinking about, you know, here's a benefit. You're going to take it whether you want to take it or not, or if you want to take it or not. You know, I'm not going to force you to click on this link. I'm not going to try to persuade you. You're not going to, you know, go broke if you don't click on it. Here's just something that's going to benefit you. And then, you know, I know from, and basically just say, I know from personal experience that this works because I've already bought it. And so you can even say that. It says, I remember back in the day when I started trying to make money off of emails, and I just failed miserably. No matter what I would send, no one would buy, until the day it clicked and I saw the magic happen. The result was $705 within the first hour. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get the same results. And this is a long email that I would write. And then what you could do is always reinforce it again with another email. But basically, let's say if this wasn't your product, if this was just an affiliate product, what would you do? This is what I would honestly just suggest doing, is, basically put in your benefit. What is the benefit of that product? What does the product headline state? You're going to give them a link to follow. And then what I would honestly suggest doing is buying the product. And what you're going to do is, you're going to say, I know from personal experience that this product is amazing, simply because I just bought it. It simply, or it flat out blew my mind. So if you want to start to make some cash with emails, this product is a must-see. So let's say if you were an affiliate for something, basically you're going to give a strong benefit. How would you like to learn how to make whatever it is? Or, how would you like to increase your Twitter following? Or how would you like to get cheap PPC? Or how would you like to dominate CPA? Or how would you like to uncover the hidden mysteries of whatever the secret benefit is? So it always starts off with the benefit. It always starts off with a complete call to action. What you're going to do is then add, or you're going to reinforce that call to action. If it's your own product, say, simply say, hey, back whenever I was in your position, I know what it's like being in that position. Yeah, and this is what this product has allowed me to do. It's all about, relating to them on a personal level. And even on here, like on an affiliate, let's see if you're doing an affiliate offer, basically be like, I know from personal experience that this product is amazing simply because I just bought it. It flat out blew my mind. So if you want to make cash with emails, this product is a must-see. Then, again, reinforce the email. So check it out, and let me know what you think. Again, you're asking them for feedback, response. You're asking them like they've already, basically they're already going to go check it out. You're going to be like, hey, whenever you go check it out, whenever you go buy the product, just simply, reply back. Let me know what you think. So again, this is a very subconscious technique that it gets people to already put them in a state of, people are expecting them to do something. It's just kind of like, a simple way of adding peer pressure. And believe me, it sounds simple, cheesy, and whatever, but it works. So this would probably be a good start to start crafting some of your emails as of right now. What you're going to want to do is, again, what is the 2 questions you're supposed to ask? What is the benefit? How is this going to make a difference to the people buying it? And what is the desired result? And that's to simply click on the link. So you're going to basically just state the benefit in a question format. Would you like to, or learn how to make, or how? You say, how would you like? There's only so many different ways of asking the questions. So, how would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with 1 email? If they're interested, they're going to continue. If they're interested, they're going to click on the link. And whenever they click on the link, they're already telling you they're interested, so that they have an increased chance of buying, which is going to increase your conversions. If they're not interested, they're simply going to get out of the email. You're qualifying within the first sentence. That way you don't have people reading emails that simply shouldn't be reading them, or it's not going to benefit them. And then just, all you have to do from that point on is to reinforce the call to action. Give a couple of more benefits. You can say, another good technique you can do is basically see like, the top 5 things I learned from the product when I bought it is, then you just label, list a couple of bullet points. Bullet 1, bullet 2, bullet 3, and just list 5 different things. And guess what? I mean, yes, you should probably buy all the products. You never want to go out there and lie to your subscriber list, because that's not a good way to start a relationship. But guess what else has bullet points on it that you can probably, if you're in a rush, get some bullet points to write your emails. Well, that's the sales page. So if you're doing an affiliate offer, this is a great way. It kind of acts as kind of like a mini review. So let them, the copywriters who's already did the hard work crafting the copy, just use it to your advantage. So you can kind of do like a mini review. The top 5 things I learned from the product when I bought it is, then give a couple of bullet points which you can get from the sales page. Another thing that you can do is, kind of do what's going to make it very believable, and increase again just that credibility is you gave them a good strong to action. You can even throw, they're going to have some doubts, and you can say, the only thing that I didn't agree with is, and then state something you didn't agree with if there's something in there that you didn't agree with. But you can say, but the rest of the information was priceless. Again, so what are you doing? You're just adding that believability. You're keeping it short to the point. And honestly, you don't ever really want to send any emails where you're making people scroll. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But if the more that they scroll, the lower your conversion rates are going to become. So that's it for this video. Go ahead and start, writing some different reinforcements to your call to action that you wrote in the last video. So you got the benefit, you got the call to action, and now you need to reinforce that call to action. You need just a couple lines. Don't make it too long, but you need a couple of lines that's just gonna kind of push them over the edge if they haven't thought about clicking. And most of the time, it's just there for that few, about 10% of the people reading your email, because most people are just gonna read the strong benefit and just simply click on the link, especially when you start training them how to click on the links like we're going to show you in a little bit. So that's it for this video. As soon as you're ready, go on to the next one. Okay, we have a complete email now, but we still need to get the click. We still need to get people to open up the email, and you do that by writing the subject line. So I'm going to go over a couple of subject line techniques to try to, increase the open rate. And basically with the subject line, try to think of a way that, like, if you're just going to email your mom really quick, or if you're going to email your wife or your spouse or your best friend, how would you do it? Make it look natural. Again, you're trying to portray the image that this, you're a best friend with them. All you're trying to do is make best friends with these people, and the selling is going to take care of itself. So don't try to make it look like a hyped up, over-exaggerated headline or subject line. Just try to make it appear natural. So a couple of things that you can do is, just be like, hey, that's it. Just, hey, imagine if you were going to send, an email to your best friend. Most times you just be like, hey, or hey, let's just say this guy's name was John, but hey, John. Another thing you can do is the reply technique, which you've seen a lot, which is just, basically add the reply and then hey. And again, the ellipsis, which, kind of draws people to where this is an incomplete phrase. They need to continue reading until they get a solid punctuation. But again, the reply, basically tells the person, hey, did I send something to them? They're replying back. It's just a very subtle way to where you can most of the time get a curiosity build, because they're going to be like, reply, what did I send them? It seems a little bit more relevant because it has to reply back. If you're doing a free PDF or a free offer, you can basically be like, hey John. And you don't have to do a bunch of fancy capitalizations and exclamation points and all this hype. Just try to make it appear natural. Basically be like, hey John, here's a free PDF. So it's simple, to the point. It's not supposed to sound hypey. So reply, hey John, here's a free PDF. And then what you want to do is basically be like, inside. Or you can put inside, in brackets, you can put enclosed. You put, here's an awesome free PDF, enclosed. So basically you're just wanting to make it appear natural, like it's just, sent, or they're basically receiving an email from one of their best friends. It's a very subconscious thing that, a lot of people keep asking me, does this really make a difference? And I'm like, yes, it really makes a difference. You can, not put the reply. You could put a reply. It's all about making it appear natural. Or you can just basically be like, yo John, here a free PDF or you can put, even here's your free PDF. Again, you're giving ownership to the person. So it'd be, yo John, here's your free PDF, and then you're putting in brackets enclosed or inside. Again, implying that there's something inside. They need to get inside to the email to see what is going on. And that's another subtle way. Here's a free PDF, but it's inside. You're going to have to click on it to see what's going on. You can say, here's your free PDF. Download link enclosed. Letting them know that, hey, okay, there's a link inside that they're going to have to click to get a free PDF, their free PDF. And then what you can do is then have that link go to basically an opt-in form where it says, here's your free PDF, just put in your name and email. Then that's just another way to kind of lead people to different offers and really getting them on a multiple variety of different lists. You can basically be like, here's your PDF. If it's not free, you can do a $1 report. It could be a here's your PDF, download link enclosed, and then that gets send them to a report where they can get maybe pay $1 for going through a $1 report. So it's a good way to, again, get those newsletter subscribers onto the paid subscriber list. But again, it's not about being all discover 7 amazing secrets with a bunch of hype. Download links now. So you're not putting all the quotations, you're not putting all the exclamations, because a lot of times this is going to get picked up as spam anyways, and it's not going to get through. But look, that just looks like a cheesy, hyped up sales email versus just getting something that says, hey, here's a cool report for you about email marketing. You can put, again, something to draw them, want them, something that's going to make them want to get on inside. So, look inside. Or, here's a cool report. Here's a cool report for you. Check it out. So again, it's just about making the subject line appear natural, and then that's what's going to get the clicks. You're not going to get a clicks adding a bunch of, exclamation points trying to, quote unquote, draw attention to your subject line. Exclusive free report, which a lot of people like doing, because look at that, that looks like spam. Would you open that? No, most of the time it's going to go to your spam folder anyways. So again, so what you're going to do now that you have a pretty good email set up, go ahead and start working out your different subject lines. Try to find one, get a couple of varieties, because again, whenever you are crafting your campaigns, start thinking about, start making them 3 to 4 or 5 different emails at a time, and don't just have every one of them be an offer. Again, try to give away a lot of content. For every basically one sales message that you send them, make sure you're sending them at least 3 emails that build content, that have something of value, giving them away a tip or something. And that way, again, just keeping that top of mind awareness, where you're just not out there being put in the same class as all the other people, just trying to get something out of them. But if you focus on building that relationship with them, they're going to be grateful. I mean, this has been proven time and time again that if you're out there providing extreme value, giving a lot to people, people are actually grateful and want to buy from you just to show their appreciation. So that's it for this video. Whenever you're ready, go on to the next one. Okay, now we're starting to get a pretty good email going. Everything, it's short, it's brief, it's simple, and because of that, we're going to start seeing a high conversions. Everything in here is said because it needs to be said. It's there to increase the conversion rate, but there's not a lot of fluff and not a lot of hype. So it's ultimately going to do nothing but increase your conversions. So again, we have the benefit written in a question format, to really ask the person, or you're really in a way subconsciously telling them what you want them to know. But it's just, one thing is just being asked something versus being told something. When you're told something, you're kind of put up a guard. You automatically put up a defense. But whenever you just ask your opinion, it really just lets those barriers just subside, and it really allows you to open up and really receive the rest of the message. So you got your benefit. How would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? If so, then simply click the link. It's very short, to the point, but it's a very strong, compelling reason to click the link, because again, we're not trying to sell in the email. We're just trying to get them to go to the landing page, or to the sales page, or to the offer, the blog, whatever it is that's designed to convert. And then now we're reinforcing that call to action. If you ever wonder what it would be like to send out one email and make more than you did working all week at your job, then check out the link above. Again, just reinstating that. And there is a formula in traditional copywriting that basically tells you to really play off the problems of the people, the problems of the reader. Try to find out what's wrong, the pain that the reader might be going through, and kind of dig the knife in and twist it a little bit. And it's sad to say, but those techniques really, really, really work. So here's a very subtle way. You're saying, how would you like this benefit? Here's the link. But then you're kind of really hitting it home. You're putting it in a way, reinforcing a call to action that says, hey, regardless of whether you think you need it or not, you might actually need this without you really thinking that you need it. Basically, if you ever wonder what it'd be like to send out one email, you can honestly just send out one email. You can make one click of a button and make more than you did working all week at your job. I mean, all week at your job, you've been slaving at your job when all you could have done is send out one email. So again, you're just kind of, reinforcing that there is a problem that they have, that they need a solution for, and then that's why it leads them back up to the benefit. It leads them back up to the link, which ultimately needs to be clicked, and then just leave it at that. Don't really make your emails any more longer than this. So this is basically kind of like the method to the madness. And if you notice what I'm doing here, even with all the ellipses at the end of the sentences, the ellipsis kind of tells a person it's an incomplete thought, an incomplete phrase, so they have to move on. It keeps things moving on. So even if you add a punctuation, add the 3 dots afterwards, it kind of moves them on to the next line. You want them to read it all. So again, how would you like to learn how to make $705 in 1 hour with one email? You're not just ending with a question mark, you're kind of moving them on. That basically subconsciously draws the eyes where you need to finish that phrase. There's a human desire to where they have to finish what they began. If not, the curiosity starts to burn on the inside of them. So they have to finish. And basically it's a very subtle thing that you can add to your copy, especially with your emails, but it works. But this is, basically with your emails, this is all you need to do. The subscriber doesn't have to scroll down. They get everything they need in a really kind of a quick jab. The email or the link is above the fold, which is going to increase your conversion rates about 83%, because, the more that you make somebody scroll, the lower your conversion rates are going to go. But basically, this is the basic formula of the email demon method, that if you just follow this simple formula, you're going to start seeing a lot increase in conversions and a lot more response coming out of your list. So that's it for this video. When you're ready, go on to the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you another email technique that really works really good as far as getting a click through, and again, just building that relationship with your subscribers. This is more kind of a salesy email that, basically it's proven to convert. If you just follow this simple formula, you don't have to really do more than you're doing in this email format. But another one that's really good, just to add that personal quality to your marketing campaigns, and to really, it's good for getting a lot of traffic to an offer, or click-throughs to an offer, because it doesn't sound like a sales pitch at all. So let's go ahead and, get rid of that email. So basically we're starting off kind of fresh, like, hey, first name. And then one thing I like doing is, put it like you're just running out, or like you're just fixing to go on vacation. Something's just happening where you're about to leave the house, but you found something that you just wanted to share with them really quick, but you have to go. So you're spending time, you're really dedicating time just to make sure that they see this really quick before you jet out. So again, this kind of builds the credibility of, like, wow, well, if they were busy and they spent the time to make sure that I see this, then chances are they're going to click through and go see what the heck you're talking about. So again, one thing I like doing a lot is, hey, first name. I was just about to step out to go have dinner with the wifey, Melissa. And I came across this. I was just about to step out to go have dinner with my wifey, Melissa. So I'm getting ready to go do something personal. I'm kind of inviting you in, kind of showing you a little bit more about my life, who I am. But at the same time, I found something so cool before I did this. I had to let you know. So I was just about to step out to go have dinner with my wifey, Melissa, and I came across this link. Then this is where you put the link. Let's just use Email Demon for an example. It's really cool if you are looking for a way to make money fast with emails. Enjoy. Back later tonight. Okay, so here is another very strong, powerful email technique. Basically, you're out, you're basically on your way out. You took enough time to think about them, and again, just subconsciously, this really has an effect on people. Because as soon as I started doing emails like this, first of all, I'm building the relationship with my list. I'm getting more of a one-on-one connection. They're starting to find out, hey, my wife's name's Melissa. I basically, we were going out to dinner. You can say, hey, I was just about to step out to go out to have dinner. I was just about to step out to go have dinner at Red Lobster with Melissa, and I came across this link. You're going to give them a link. It's really cool if you're looking for a way to make money fast with emails. Again, now you're adding a benefit. You're adding a reason for them to click, and then basically giving them a call to action. Then you're saying, hey, just enjoy. I'll be back later tonight. It's a very no pressure sales technique, but it works. It works very, very, very well. And you can basically be like on the subject line, hey, John, real quick about dinner. So okay, hey John, real quick about dinner. Hey John, I was just about to step out to have dinner with my wifey, and I came across this link, email dinner. It's really cool if you're looking for a way to make money fast with emails. Enjoy, be back later tonight, your name. So, John Doe. Okay, but this is a technique. I don't know if you're really understanding the power of this technique. Does it feel like you're getting sold to? No. But in a way, it's building a relationship with your list, really getting your list on a personal level with you. And the more personal you can make the relationship with your list, the more money you're going to ultimately make in the long run. But at the same time, it gives them a strong call to action, but it's not really a spammy email. You're not feeling like you're getting sold to. You're just basically saying, hey, this guy's taking out, a few seconds out of his day. He's about to leave, just to make sure that I see this link. I'm going to click on the link. And it's really cool if you're looking for a way to make money fast with emails. And it's just a strong benefit. Or you could be like, it's really cool if you're looking for a way to increase your Twitter following. Or whatever the benefit is, whatever the product is, it's a great way for affiliate products and affiliate offers. And so that's another type of email subject that you can just start to play around with, and to really start crafting a very solid email campaign. Make some of the types of emails that we did before, the more salesy emails that, even though they're not really salesy, they're very strong. Those is what I would really use if I'm really trying to make, affiliate sales. I would use the emails like the ones before. This one I would use, especially if I'm, if there's another type of a affiliate offer, maybe it's a $1 offer, or maybe a free report, or just something I can use to build value and build credibility with my list, and just to give them something on my way out to have dinner with my wife. Again, just to building that reputation with my list. And then if you just focus on doing that, you're going to succeed and be a lot more successful in the long run. So that's it with this video. As soon as you're ready, go on to the next one. So here's a question that I get a lot of the time that I just really wanted to cover in this quick video. And it's really kind of, why do we do what we do? Why do we do the emails like we're doing them now? And what I mean by that is because a lot of people are saying, well, the emails are so short. How are you supposed to sell? How are you really supposed to make money? Because, aren't you supposed to be pre-selling your prospects? And, just a variety of different questions. Well, basically, I got a very simple philosophy, and that is a confused mind never buys. And what happens is every single action in your marketing that you take should be for a specific result. So you should take one action for a specific result. And what I mean by that, if you're out there creating a sales page, let the sales page do what it's designed to do, which is convert, to sell the prospect. Don't create an email to basically sell them on why they should go read another long sales page. You're going to be losing a lot of people that way. Well, you should Also, for affiliate offers and doing different things, you'll actually wind up making a lot more money if you do, yes, pre-sell your prospects. But I don't think that email is the way that you should do so, because a lot of people think about the mindset of the average email user. They're using emails to catch up on what's happening either with their friends, with business, with work. A lot of them are busy. A lot of them don't have the time to read long emails. And again, if you sit there and continually blast long emails that are nothing but sales offers, you're going to be getting a lot of unsubscribes and a lot of people just flat out annoying or ignoring your emails. So you just want to keep them very short, precise. That gives basically a good reason to click to go to the next step. Should you offer a pre-sale, or should you be pre-selling an affiliate offer? Yes, but not through your emails. Just follow these these techniques, then lead them to maybe your pre-sale page. You either create like a blog page or a simple landing page where you can have maybe a video just talking about the product and pre-selling them a little bit more. Or you can not necessarily even have a video. You can just have a couple of copy, or let that be the long buffer, as you want to call it, the pre-sales page. But the emails should only be for the sake of updating your visitors, basically creating and building a relationship with them, and just really getting straight to the point and giving them something of benefit and value. So what you're going to want to do too is, even whenever you give away free content, free training, free different different offers, don't give them away. Don't give a specific or direct download links within your email. What you want to do, you need to start training your visitor and your subscriber to click. You need to get them to click, because bottom line, you don't make money off of emails. You don't make money sending out emails. You make money getting the people the heck off your emails and onto your offer. So even whenever you're giving out free content, that's the best time to train your subscriber to click. What you're going to do is basically create either a blog post or even a separate website or a membership page or something where you can basically, again, say, hey, I was just about to step out to have dinner with my wifey. I just wanted to give you this quick free report. Here's the link. Enjoy. Be back later tonight. So what you're going to do is, even on your free content, you're not giving away within the body of the email itself. Why? Because you're teaching the people to click. People are going to start to subconsciously, every time that they see your emails, they're going to click, open them, and then automatically know if they want whatever's of value, they're going to have to click a link. And that's what's going to set yourself apart from all the other people online, is that you're going to start teaching people how to click and go through to the offer. So even on your free content, this is the best training ground for you, because again, if you're giving away free information, that's good, but make them work for it. Make them do something for it, and that is to click a link. You need to train them on how to click a link. So that's kind of why we do what we do. That's the reason why we don't do long emails. That's the reason why we keep it short, to the point, keep it very beneficial, keep it very of high value, and basically you try to personalize it as much as possible. That's the reason why the Email Demon method works so well. It's because it's just no BS, no hype, straight into the point, and people respect that. So that's it for this video. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and go on to the next one. I want to share with you really quick, basically the highest converting email that I've ever personally used, where I got upwards to an 83% conversion rate off of the new Email Demon method. And I basically used the strategies and everything that I've been teaching you thus far, and whenever I started promoting the Email Demon method, and then just to prove that, hey, this, isn't just a lot of theory. This is actually what I'm using to make money with the very system that I created. So basically, again, it's very short, very to the point, and it builds curiosity. Basically, here it is, the email you've been waiting for. And that's, again, it's to build that curiosity or excitement, where it's going to cause people to ask, well, what email is this? So it causes them to click on the link, goes to where it says, I'm going to come right out and say that this product is unfair. okay, that's a little bit of drama. People are curious. They get very curious whenever it comes down to drama. It's going to raise some sensors. They're going to be asking, okay, what is this all about? It's just the natural tendency of human beings. I mean, that's the reason why reality shows and MTV and, soap operas, they're so big, because it adds drama. What is unfair? They want to know more. This got them curious. I resisted buying it at first because I thought it was too good to be true. And then that's, again, putting yourself into the person's shoes, because that's ultimately what your customer, your subscriber is going to be thinking. That's what everybody thinks whenever they see a new product, is that, okay, this is too good to be true. So you're letting them know that, hey, this happened to me too. I got the skeptical triggers fired off. I mean, this was a little bit too good to be true. That's what I was thinking, but I kind of resisted at first, but I went ahead and bought. So this is subconsciously putting the idea that, okay, even though you might feel like this is too good to be true, it's still okay to buy. Then basically you kind of give a benefit. Some people using it have been able to literally quadruple their income with it. That's a very strong benefit. You're still not revealing exactly what you're talking about, so it's still building that curiosity. And then you're basically bringing it all home. You're making it personal, where it says, I know because that happened to me. I was the person that quadrupled my income. This isn't really coming from just, some random claim. This is a very personal testimonial that I'm giving. This is what happened to me. I know this. I resisted buying it because I thought it was too good to be true. Now look at the results that I'm experiencing. Then they're starting to think, okay, what is this? What are they talking about? And so that's whenever you ask, you get inside their mind. What am I talking about? And then, then you just give a link. This one is emaildemon.com. Then, just kind of for fun, kind of be afraid to play off the whole email demon thing. But then you're just going to put regards and then your name. So again, it's a very subconscious techniques that you're using to really, kind of put yourself in the shoes or even in the mindsets of your subscribers. What are they thinking? What would they think? Whenever you write a phrase, are they, what would be an objection they would have, and then answer it right afterwards. It says, I'm going to come out right now and say that this product is unfair. That adds a curiosity, but I resisted buying it at first because I thought it was too good to be true. That is a very strong line that you can use on almost any of your emails, because that's what people think. And then all of a sudden you're going to give a benefit, but it's not just anybody giving a benefit. It's a very strong personal testimonial coming from you, your friend. That's the reason why you want to focus on building relationships, because then it comes, hey, these people are getting a suggestion or a piece of advice from a friend versus just somebody trying to sell something to them. That's the reason why you build relationships. But that's pretty much it for the email demon method. Go ahead and just use these techniques. You practice them, use them, just continue to tweak and test. But if you use these techniques, I guarantee you're going to be seeing a lot of results, and your conversions are going to skyrocket.